Hi everyone! Welcome to Chelle Crochet. Today is all about yarn. Hi everyone, I'm Chelle and welcome to Chelle Crochet and thank you for joining me. Today we're going to talk all about yarn. It was my birthday in August and several people in my life gifted me generously with yarn and things to acquire yarn with, so I have quite a bit of yarny goodness to talk about. If you're tired of yarn because there's been a lot of Hobby Lobby hauls and things like that going on lately, feel free to just skip this one. I will be back at the end of September with my regular podcast where I will discuss all of my makes, but today is just about acquisitions. So let's get started. One of my girlfriends got me a lovely bag that I'm going to pop up a picture of here, and she's given me these before, so now I have two of them. They're huge totes that you can transport a lot of things in, and they're from the company 31, and I love the saying on this particular one she got me, and it was full of yarn. And she's really smart. She always gets me multiples of things, so there were 3 of these. It's the BERNAT Super Value, and it is in peony pink, so 3 of those. And then there was some BERNAT Premium, which is my absolute favorite acrylic to work with in Canada, and this is a nice I'm thinking this is robin's egg, but I will check. Yeah, I'm reading it upside down, but it is robin's egg, and there's 3 of those in there. And I will pop up a picture of my pocket shawl because I used all of the Super Value Stripes Oceana in that shawl. I love working with Super Value Stripes, but I really love that Oceana colorway, so I used it right away. And she got me another set, which is called, can she read it without her glasses? Jungle Green Stripes. So I think you could definitely get away with a more masculine vibe with this one because it's got some browns and army green in it. But I love the texture of these yarns. I wish that they would make solids in this texture. Anyway, so yay, thank you. Okay, so we went on our annual summer vacation. We're lucky that we were able to go. The place we go to is up north for us, and it's near Horseshoe Valley, which is a little bit north of Barrie for people who know Ontario a little bit. And the place we go to is kind of like a chalet meets cottage vibe, and so you get like a full kitchen, and there's barbecues outside you can use, and a lot of sort of outdoor activities and things like that. So it didn't really matter. You don't have to be around people there, so they were open and we were very comfortable going there, and they had excellent cleaning protocols in place. So one of the traditions we have is we go into Barrie, and there is a sort of mom and pop shop my husband likes to visit, and it is gaming related, and then I like to go and visit Len's Mills. The one in Barrie I've been to, the one in Cambridge I've been to, and the one in Guelph I've been to. And all 3 of those Len's Mills have more yarn selection in better layouts than any of the 4 Michaels that are close to my house. And let's not even talk about Walmart. Now the price points are rather high for regular yarn. It's pretty much in and around what Yarnspiration charges on their website. Now for me, because I've mentioned before, I do the 50 or 70% off the lowest ticketed price is how I like to buy things in life, not just in yarn. So when they have these yellow tag clearance sales is when I like to drop by. So they had it again in August, and I know I didn't really need much yarn, but I went back and I was able to get a couple of things. I had never seen in person this PATONS CANADIANA before, so I found some in this really cool black, gray, and whitish. I don't think it actually goes as far as white, but there's a really light gray in there, silvery gray colorway. And these were marked down to $3.49. So I don't know what the actual going price is, but the clearance price was $3.49. And because it was 50% off the yellow tickets, I got it for half that. So I got it for about $1.75. It's very soft. So I'm looking forward to working with that, along with the purple one I got from Debbie. 100 grams, 3.5 ounces, 100% acrylic. And then One other one in the smaller skeins I got that is new to me. This was marked down to $3.07 a ball. So again, I don't know what they consider the regular price. And this is called Mountain Pine. It's Vanna's Choice. And I've never had any Vanna's Choice before. And there you go for the colors. So yeah, this one feels a little rougher. This one feels almost like it could have wool in it, and it is 100% acrylic. It's squishy still, but yeah, I haven't, and I thought this was just really nice in terms of some really masculine colors for maybe some Christmas or birthday presents coming up. I got a few more of the homespun. There was one colorway I was hoping they would still have, but they didn't. So I just opted with this really cute variegated one. So I told you before, I don't mind homespun. It does not hurt my feelings. And this one is called Pueblo. 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 For $2.62 a skein. So I got a few of those. And that was my Lens Mills haul. So I did go to Michael's. I couldn't resist. I got myself the best birthday cake ever. I was actually gifted some Michael's gift cards for my birthday, and I used a 30% off coupon. And this is really unlike me. I have never bought any of those novelty yarns, like, you know, how they have a variety of different sizes of those big balls of yarn. Even as just like a decoration for the yarn room or whatever, it just never appealed to me, even when they were on super clearance. But this super appealed to me. It's super soft. Everybody knows by now it's the chunky yarn. So I have worked with the regular chunky cakes before, and the reason I've worked with them is because they're 100% acrylic. I'm not a fan of the Caron cakes that have wool in them, so I just don't bother with those. I stick to the big cakes. I have worked with skinny cakes before, and now I've worked with chunky cakes, and now I have the anniversary cake. I really don't care to even start working with this right away. I mean, it's beautiful, but it's beautiful the way it looks as well. So it may just be a little bit of a fixture in the yarn room for a while. And as I said to my sister-in-law, who was the one who gifted me the gift cards, best birthday cake ever. So while I was at Michael's, there was more on clearance, and I only got a few things. I got some BERNAT Breezy. So that's basically blanket yarn, but it's super thin, so it's a 4 instead. They were $5 a skein, so awesome deal for that. And 250 grams, which is 530 yards, 485 meters. And I had a specific use for that, which I showed in my last video. And then I got, finally, one time I was there, these didn't seem to be marked on clearance, even though they were supposed to be. I finally got a couple of the Red Heart Roll With It Sparkle, and I like to do it so that if I can get a center with one color, I'll take the outside with the same color, so that I use this one first, and it's going to end in the tan and then start from the tan on this one. It's super sparkly and beautiful. This colorway is called Eclipse, but I mean, I have felt much softer sparkly yarn than this, so we'll see. It's very tightly wound in this cake though, so I'm kind of going to give it the benefit of the doubt. But even when I kind of rub my fingers on this, it doesn't feel like the softest sparkle that I've had. So I just wanted to try it, so I got a couple of those. And then the other thing I was finally able to find some of was the Lion brand, That's 70s yarn. And I got these two colorways because I want to make a fall rug. So I'm hoping this works for RICOLA'S Crochet Corner, who the host is Crystal of the Halloween Mal. And yeah, that's my plan. I want to make a fall rug for our front entryway. And these were in grab bags, so I didn't get nearly as good a deal as some people got, but it wasn't too bad. I got 3 for $5. So I got a bunch of them. I think I have 6 in each color, and hopefully that'll be enough to make the rug. They were marked down to $3.97 each, but then I got 3 for $5. So you can't really beat that. And then one last big birthday haul to talk about. My sister and her family gifted me 51 skeins of yarn for my 51st birthday. And there's a big story behind how that ended up being the way it was, but I won't get into all the details, but I'm going to show you all the yarn. All right, so here's the yarn. So everything that they gifted me was in quantities that were manageable to make things with. So the lowest number was 4, but most of them were about 5, 6, 7, and even one was 8 skeins of the yarn. So I don't know exactly for all of them, but for this one, for example, so here's Radical Botanical in its cake form. So on my last video, I did show you that I have made one cake one granny square so far with this yarn. It is so cool how they're different, they're wrapped differently. But yeah, so I have more than a blanket's quantity of yarn for this on its own, because the first lot I was showing you from my girlfriend, there was 3 of that particular colorway of this yarn in there as well. So between the 2, I think I ended up with 9 of these. So after I'm done with the first granny square blanket, I'll see what I may do something all in this color with the rest of them. And then this one, I've never worked with this before. So Red Heart with Love metallic, and this is called Olive. So there's 4 of these. Oops, there we go. And you can see hopefully in the camera that it's got a gold sparkle to it. So that's really pretty. And then I don't know if she read my mind or what, but there was, I think, 5 of these, 5 or 6 of these. So this is Super Value, BERNAT Super Value. This is 197 grams, which is 7 ounces. And it is 426 yards, 389 meters of a 4. And it's 100% acrylic, and this is just called white. But I don't have a lot of white. I had a little bit of white, but along with gray and green, this is one of the basic colors that I was missing a lot of. So now I have a bunch of white, and it's just a good workhouse acrylic. There was 8 of these. I can see them from where I'm sitting, which is why I was counting. So this is blanket yarn. This is the smaller skeins of the blanket yarn. And this one is called Mallard Wood. And there's 8 of those, so that's enough for a blanket, a lap can size. And yeah, so everybody knows about blanket yarn, size 6, 100% polyester, 150 grams for the smaller skein. Yeah, so this will be fun. Just have to figure out who will give it a good home. There was velvet yarn. I think there's 8 of these as well. This is the colorway Mushroom, 100% polyester, 300 grams, 288 meters, 315 yards. So again, that's definitely a blanket's quantity there. Just got to be careful with the velvet yarn. If you don't know, there's something called, I think, blooming is what they call it. So when you work up with the velvet yarn, it can come out on itself. So I had made my husband a blanket out of this yarn, and all of a sudden there's all these loops. And at the time we still had cats, and I thought, the cats are not making all of those happen, right? So I looked into it more, and since I've seen many people complain about it, but otherwise super soft and beautiful. So we'll see about that project. And then there's a bunch of chunky yarn. I think there are all different versions of SOFTEE chunky. There's some in this variegated colorway, which is called Nature's Way. This one is just called Clay. It's kind of a taupey gray color. And again, SOFTEE chunky. And then this one is also in the SOFTEE chunky family, and it is called Taupe Twist, and it's a marled yarn. So that was my haul in terms of my birthday and yarn. So August was great. I never really knew that the yarn from Debbie was coming to start the month, and then some people in my life really understand how much I love it. I do have an order coming from SpinRite. I put a small order in at the very end of the tent sale, but I kept it pretty basic, and I had no expectations that I was even going to get a phone call because I left it pretty late in the game. But I got the call, and they still had everything that I asked for. So that should be coming not till probably about the end of the month, because it does take a while for the shipments to get out from SpinRite for the tent sale. But I think I'm good on yarn. Did I just say that out loud? I think I'm good on yarn. But I'm good. I am declaring that I am on a yarn hiatus. Yes, you heard it here first, folks. And I'll see what interesting reactions I get from the people in my life when I say that. So I'm good with what I have right now, and I'm actually really excited to work with it all. One other thing that was part of my birthday haul, which has been sitting here behind me, and this was hilarious because it came with a whole bunch of cheaters. So I need these now. I wear contacts, so I am not sure if I've done any videos wearing my glasses because there's such a glare. I wear my glasses a lot of the time when I'm crocheting because I just scooch them down my nose a little and then they act as the bifocal on their own. But with my contacts in lately, I've really been noticing that I can't read stuff. So there was a whole bunch of these, and they come with their own little individual cases, and they're all color coded, so they're all over now, so that's awesome. And my brother also got me this bag, which is an actual yarn bag with like the holes and everything. It's got all these different nooks and crannies, places to put hooks and notions, all these different pockets. So yeah, awesome. And I love the pattern. So anyway, it was an awesome birthday month, and it's over. So moving right along into September now, and looking forward to it. So I got a lot of work to do. I'm going to cut it off here, and hopefully you guys enjoyed learning about some of the yarn I received. Thanks for spending this time with me. Have a great day, and happy crochet.